Hey guys, so what we're going to do today is we're going to take a look at the musical alphabet. And then what we're going to do is we are going to work on some exercises, and we're going to apply this, of course, all to the fretboard. And yeah, we'll play around with different exercises, and I'll show you how I can take these and maybe jam with them a little bit. And yeah, just get familiar with your musical alphabet on the fretboard. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. So let's start by taking a look at our musical alphabet. It goes A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And it goes on forever and ever. It's never ending. It just keeps recycling A to G. So A to G is your musical alphabet, and it just starts over again after that. So, yep, so that's how that works. Let's now take our musical alphabet and apply it to the fretboard. So, you start with our A note. Now, you should know your names, your strings by now, so your open A string. And now what we need to do is we need to go up by a whole step. And again, you should know what a whole step is. Whole step is going up by 2 frets. You're skipping that one in the middle. That's a whole step. Half step is going from 1 fret to the next. That's a half step. So we got our A, open A. And what you can do is put your finger over here on the other side of the nut. And that's like your, what I call the imaginary fret. So that's A. We're going to go up a whole step up to B. And then what we're going to do is from B to C, we're going to go up a half step. C to D is a whole step. D to E is a whole step. And E to F, we're going to go up a half step. And F to G is a whole step. And then a whole step up to A. So if you noticed, in 2 different spots, we had half steps. So let's take a look at those. So if you notice, we have our whole steps between every single note, except for between B to C and E to F. You can also use a sentence to remember this. Big cats eat fast, or really a phrase, it's not a sentence. And big cats, of course, that's to memorize B to C, and eat fast to memorize E to F. So whole steps between every single set of notes except for between B to C and E to F. Now you really want to make sure you memorize this. So it's A, whole step up to B, B, half step up to C, C, whole step up to D, D, whole step up to E, E to F is a half step, F to G is a whole step, and G to A is a whole step. Now, you want to be able to go up, but you also want to be able to go back down. So let's go ahead and start again up here, our open A string. A, whole step up to B. Remember, using your imaginary fret. Later on, you can just go A, B. But here we go. A, whole step up to B. Half step up to C. Whole step up to D. Whole step up to E. Half step up to F. Whole step up to G. Whole step up to A. Now here's the tough part, trying to do this in reverse. So you start with A, you're going to go a whole step down to G. Because remember, G comes before A. And if you need to, you go A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A. Oh, G. And then, A down to G is a whole step. G down to F is a whole step. Remember, it's not E to F. We're going from G to F. Now we're going F to E. There is a whole step between E to F. So you got to make sure when you go from F to E, you're going down a half step. A little trick you can do with this is, if that really confuses you, say you're on F, pick that note before it, And then, okay, E to F. Is that a whole step or half step? Oh, that's a half step. I go down by a half step. Then we're on E. All right, what comes before E? D. D to E. Is that a whole step or half step? Oh, that's a whole step. So I can say the note before that and go to that note and figure out, all right, do I go up a whole step or half step? Okay, I went up a whole step. I got to go down a whole step. So I'm gonna start back up here again and bring back down here. So A, whole step down to G, whole step down to F. You gotta go a half step down to E because there's a half step between E to F. Then E, we gotta go down a whole step to D. Then we gotta go down a whole step to C. Then we gotta go down a half step to B. There's a half step between B to C. Then B to A. Whole step or whole step. Once you get used to it again, you can just you can eventually just go A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, G, F, E, D, C, B, A. And that's your goal. You want to be able to go up and back down again that easily. But that takes some time, so don't worry about it if you can't do it that fast at first. Just take your time and do it, get this down. So there's that. Now let's take a look at like some phrases that you can kind of use to memorize where different notes are. So the first phrase we're going to look at is gab. So you got a G way up there at the 10th fret, and then you got two A's. You got an A at the 12th fret, and then our open A, and then you have a B. So this is a good way to help you memorize where these notes are. So you're kind of getting used to this, all these notes on the A string, your musical alphabet, but you're also getting to memorize like where these notes are. So because you want to eventually just go directly to certain notes without having to count up the whole string, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. You want to know exactly where that G is. So what we're going to do is find these notes at first, and then you can kind of like make little tunes out of it. That's a really good way to really solidify this. So let's go ahead and do that. So let's start by finding these notes. So the G is what we want to find first, and I'm going to show you there's a regular way you can go. For now on, I'm not going to use imaginary fret. If you need to use imaginary fret, go ahead, but I'm just going to hit the open A. Second fret is B. You go up C, D, E, F. Oh, here's G right here. So you have your G up there, and that's probably a good idea to go ahead and do that. You can get used to going up the fretboard and getting used to where the half steps are and everything. Now here's an easier way to do this though, and a good way to check yourself if you're doing that. At the 12th fret, these are all your same notes as your open strings. Not sure if you know that yet or not, but yeah, you haven't. Open E, E, open A at the 12th fret, D, D, G, G, B, B, E, E. So all your open strings are repeated again right here at your 12th fret. This is like two different necks. Here's one neck, and here's a second neck. Everything repeats. So if you got C here, the first dot here, first dot after the 12th fret, C. Here's a D, second dot, D over here. E, E. Here's F sharp, here's F sharp. You know what sharp is? Don't worry about that right now. So that's an easy way. Now to find your notes at 12th fret. Now we want a G. Right here at the 12th fret is an A. Go down a whole step, and you got your G. So that's either a quick way to find that, or you can go ahead and get practice going up to find that G. And then if you you don't end up on that fret, you end up one like before it or after it, you can go back and check, and I did something wrong there. Then go back and figure it out, step by step. Somewhere along the line you messed up. You did a half step where it should be the whole step, or a whole step where it should be the half step. So yeah, it's a good way to checking yourself. So here's your G. And then A, we already did A, it's right here. Or, we also know, 12th fret, you have your open A. So G, A, and then you have a B over here. So a good way to practice this is G, A, and then jump down, B. And then you can also go G, open, bring your hand down, B. So that's the first thing. Keep doing it over. Kind of put a drum beat on, boom, doom, 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 kind of make it into like a little tune. But even after that, that's definitely what you want to be doing. Go ahead and just make a tune out of it, and then you can go ahead and then instead of just playing single notes, you can kind of play some different rhythms, You can even go ahead and add an A at the end and go back again. So you can just kind of jump around and have some fun with it. If you know how to play power chords, then you can apply power chords to that. Kind of getting used to the G, A, and B's are, and then you can kind of just mix it up after that. You want to have fun, Yeah, you can just kind of make up your own little tunes out of it and mess around. And the hardest one is going to be jumping up to your G over here. And then you can do that with simple notes. And yeah, that'll be a good exercise, jumping from here to here, back and forth. That's a big jump. But yeah, whether it's power chords or single notes, have some fun with that. And there you go. There is your G, A, and B. Now we're going to do this with a few other phrases. So let's go ahead and move on to that. So here we have face. Here are all your notes here. Your A, C, E, F, and A. So what you're going to do is, again, start out by doing these in order just to memorize these, and you'll keep playing around with that. Make little tunes out of it, and then you can mix them up just the same way. So let's take a quick look at that. So now we're going to find our F, A, C, and E on your neck. So we're going to find our F first. Now, I'm not going to go ahead and use imaginary fret anymore. If you need to, go ahead to find that. But your open string is A, and then your B is located at your second fret. We're going to half step up to C, whole step up to D, whole step up to E, half step up to F. Oh, there's our F. F, then A. A is going to be easy. It's either open string, you should already know that by now, or 12th fret. F, A, C. Okay. A to B, half step up to C. Oh, there's my C. So C, and then I F, A, C, E. So C up to D, full step up to E. Oh, there's my E. And you want to kind of keep repeating that just to get that down. So here's E, up half step up to F. F. We know A. And then if you need to at first, A, B, C. Okay. C, D, E. You know, go ahead and do it like that. Eventually you want to go F. I know it's A. Try to go directly to C. And then directly to E. And that might be hard at first. So you might not suggest doing that all at once. You know, I might go ahead and see if you can find your F's at first. Okay, there's my F. If you can, if you need to, go ahead and count up the beginning, but you want to start trying to memorize where that F is. So that's between the 7th and the 9th fret. So that's F. A is easy. Open A, 8th to 12th fret. So keep focusing on the F. Maybe work on another phrase, then come back, see if you can find your F. Go to the bathroom, go do something else to distract you just for a second, you know, and then come back, see if you can go right to F. And again, A is easy. You do the same thing with C. Just keep going over till you can go right straight to C. And then you'll be able to go F, A, straight to C. And the last thing is E. You're going to do the same thing. Make it so you can keep going right to that E immediately. And then, yeah, eventually you're going to be able to go F, A, C, E, or you're going to F, A up here, C, E, and then once you got that, then you're going to be able to start making some tunes out of it. You can do this with single notes or just power chords if you're able to play power chords. So we have A, C, then E, F, A, C, or you also have an A5 power chord here. F, A, C. I went to D. It's supposed to be E. Let me try it again. F, A, C. You can do little things like going over to the next one and mess around with there. Again, if you need to, you can only do on one string. And then, of course, you can just mess around with it. You don't have to do it in order at that point. You know. And so forth. You just kind of jam with it. So there you go. Just you want to get to know what these notes are. And I might suggest picking one of these a day and messing around with that. So there's that. Let's now take a look at the next phrase. This next phrase is C-A-G-E-D. It's caged. So there's no real need for me to demonstrate this. I think you got the idea of what you need to do here. Just go ahead and start by just finding your notes in order: the C, the A, the G, E, and D. Again, there's an A in here, so you can play the open A or A at the 12th fret. So find each note, and then as you get used to it, try to go directly to those notes without having to count up every single time. And then just start making some tunes out of these in order, grabbing some rhythms and either on one string or a power chord, just jam on all these, and this will get you even more used to these notes. And then from there, yeah, get that down, have some fun with that. Then names of strings. You got your Eddie 8 Dynamite Goodbye Eddie, E, A, D, G, B, E. Do that in that order. E, A, D, G, B, E. And again, find each note. And one at a time, make it to get to the point where you can go directly to those notes. Then grab your a single note or a power chord, and then start jumping around to those and applying different rhythms and just making some little tunes out of it. And then finally you got that going good, then use these notes and start playing around with them. Again, you can apply power chords or single notes, and just in different order. They don't have to be in any specific order at this point. Go ahead and just jam, make some little tunes out of it. But make sure you're only using these notes. In this particular instance, there is no C and there's no F in here. So make sure you don't play any of those notes. You're targeting just these notes. And then as you're doing it, go ahead and actually say the notes. So let me quickly show you what I'm talking about there. So as you're going through, you want to make sure that you're actually saying the chord tones that you're playing, or the note names. So, so let's say A, C. Oh, was there a C in there? No. So that's what you gotta be careful of. And that's by saying it, you're gonna catch yourself. So there is no C open string. So there is a B though. A, B. Then what else is there? There's a D, E, B, D, E. There you go, G, D, E, G, D, E, A, B, C, D, B, D. You get the idea of what you need to do there. So, so actually try to say those. And it's a good practice. It's hard at first, to actually play these and say them, so you might stall for a second, but that's okay. And then after, if you just want to, you're kind of getting used to where those are, then you can have a little bit of fun and just, all right, I know where these are located. Jump wherever you want and you start to get used to those, but that might take a bit of time, so that's why it's good to go slow. And again, you don't have to apply crazy rhythms. It could be 2, 3, 4, 1, D, 2, 3, 4. I mean D, E, 2, 3. Yeah, see, again, catch yourself. A, 2, 3, 4, E, 2, 3, 4, D, 2, 3, 4, B, 2, 3, 4, A, 2, 3, 4, E, 2, 3, 4, D, 2, 3, 4, G, 2, 3, 4. So yeah, you can do that, or again, you can get fancy with it. You can play around and get as simple or as fancy as you want, but at first you're really focused on trying to keep it simple and really memorize where all these notes or chords are. And again, you can do all this with one one note. It's all about having fun with this. Okay, so there you go. There is your A string, all of your notes on the A string, and just kind of go through that process. You know, figure out where the half steps and whole steps are, and take this step by step. You don't have to do all the stuff in this lesson all at once. I would go ahead and first start out by be able to go up your strings. Yeah, maybe even just going up your strings, figuring out where those half steps and whole steps are. Remember, big cats eat fast. Have those use that little phrase to help you remember where the B, C, and E and F is, and going up at first. Then once you feel pretty good with that, then you can try going up and then doing it in reverse, going backwards, because it could be a little tricky doing the alphabet backwards at first. It takes a while to be able to do that fluidly. And you're just going up and back down and get pretty good at that. Then start applying, one phrase at a time, and just really work it. It was I think the first one was gab. Be able to find those, get it to the point where you can go right to those notes. Again, at first, you're going to have to probably count up each one at first, and that's okay at first. But start slowly, be able to go right to the G, right to the A, right to the B, and then just start making some tunes out of that. And you do that with one phrase at a time. And then of course, you can, once you do like 2 phrases, then you can kind of like play around with both of them. You got 3 phrases, then you can just jump between the 3. But get pretty solid in each one first before you move on to the next one. And then yeah, keep doing that until you can just basically jump around all those phrases. You know right where the chords are. And yeah, you're jamming on little tunes, whether it's, and it doesn't have to be the power chords. It can be single notes. This is all about be able to know where the notes are, your natural notes. Natural notes are just your simple A, B, C, D, E, F, G. When you have sharps and flats, those are called accidentals. Those are not your natural notes. It's just your A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And this is the whole point of this, to help you memorize where all of these natural notes are, and then apply them musically. Have some fun with it. So there you go. There's that. Work on that. Get that down. And in the next lesson, what we're going to do is we're just going to apply all the natural notes to all the strings, so you get used to that. And then, then we'll kind of keep moving on from there. So work on that. If you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, we'll see you in the next one.